Good morning. What's going on, This is Stylist from the back room. Good morning, John. Here we go this week. We are live.
Good morning, Eddie. How you doing today?
Now I'm doing good.
Okay, so
Now
before
I'm
we
doing good. It's
before we
working.
get into anything, I have to keep the streak going. How's your week going?
This week was an FML week. So this week was great. How was your week?
My week's been great, but I ask you that because I ask you that every week, and I love usually you've been doing exceptional. So you were due for a little bit of a downturn, right?
Who said it was a downturn? All I said was it was an FML week. You didn't say that's necessarily a bad thing.
Okay, I'll go with that. So what we have
we go live.
Yay!
It's
what
like
we've got going on this
girls
week.
on the commercials and stuff, or on the cheerleading squads. They're like fighting. They're so cute. I don't understand anything they're saying, but there's just the one thing they do all the time: fighting. It's like, all right, let's go.
So we have the bamboo miracle episode for everybody today. We've got some really cool information. We got some great facts and figures about bamboo. Believe it or not, there is a lot of that. We have some awesome motivation for people, and we're going to go over a couple of really revolutionary products that could really, really impact things that we do with our clients. So are you ready?
All right. What you got? I love the news segment. The news segment I anticipate the news segment every week because I'm not sure if I'm going to like it or not like it, or if I'm going to how am I going to react to this?
I know this is my favorite. And actually I got a couple of surprises for you this week too.
Cool.
I have one surprise for you this week that I'm very, we have to segue into it. We can't just get right into it. Anticipation, right? It's like the end of the news. It's like the news where they tease you and then they go to commercial. Okay.
Yeah, right. 50 million people died at 6:00. But first, how's the weather today? How's the weather today, John? It's a nice, bright, sunny day. Back to you, Eddie. 50 million people died today.
So, bamboo extract is becoming very in rage in a lot of products, a lot of beauty products, let alone skin, nails, and hair. Bamboo extract is also known as bamboo silica, okay? And it has benefits for both skin and hair. First off, it boosts energy levels. It supports the production of collagen for healthy hair and nails, and it strengthens bones. And it's actually, if you take bamboo extract, it's actually good for your heart. So you should be injecting it the way you live.
Directly into my heart, straight to my chest, right there. Oh, wait, right there, baby.
Well, the problem is that it's about this big, so it'd be hard to hit it with it. So, also, here's some fun.
That's cool, man. I'm excited that bamboo is getting the love and the attention that it deserves because it is an awesome ingredient.
It is.
It's been around forever.
And
it's just one of those things that people just not enough people know about it or talk about it.
And it is cycled in and out of the product industry as far as self-care products, as far as hair, skin, nails. It comes and goes. I remember when bamboo brushes were the big thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And bamboo combs because they were anti-static. And then you'd stick them in barbicide and they'd turn blue because they were porous. So here's a fun
we used to do, man.
Here's a fun fact about bamboo, since we're on bamboo. Bamboo is the only plant that pandas eat. You know, pandas, the big black and white bears.
Hey man, Kung Fu Panda's coming out. We're gonna go. I'm gonna go watch it.
Dude. We'll get you the little box with your juice box and a little popcorn.
I'll tell you what, bamboo is also one of those plants that I think are indestructible. I don't think you can kill them on purpose.
Yeah, unless I own them, because I am horrible with houseplants.
No, like they retain moisture really, really well.
Yeah, they do.
They don't require an excessive amount of sunlight. They're not delicate. They're actually really strong.
Right, right. And
Um,
and what they found is when they broke bamboo down, bamboo, as in if you ingest it, especially like for, there's, you can eat bamboo shoots and things like that. Bamboo is low in fat, it's rich in antioxidants, and it's high in protein and fiber. How about that for you?
so can I replace asparagus with bamboo for steak?
I want to watch you gnaw on a bamboo stalk. That would be amazing to me. That would be fantastic. And they make bamboo toothbrushes, so you wouldn't need to brush your teeth afterwards because the bamboo would have scrubbed your teeth.
Okay. All right. All right.
Now, going back to the bamboo silica. Okay. Silica is a natural compound that is actually found. What are you laughing about?
I got the giggles.
You're ruining me today. You know that? This is how professional we are, guys.
Bamboo silica. Come on. We have news. Bamboo silica.
See, now you got me going. Hope you're happy.
I'm focusing.
What is that thing? So anyway, silica is a natural compound found in the human body, and silica is a vital building block of collagen, because you need collagen in your body, right? Which is and collagen is a protein that keeps your bones, hair, and nails strong. Did you know that? That's why collagen has become all the rage. People mix collagen into their protein shakes, or they drink collagen in the morning to strengthen their nails. I would say grow hair, but I would need it probably. I'd need to bathe in it. Collagen is an important building block because collagen is an amino acid.
It's really interesting. Exactly to your point. A lot of people are taking collagen powder and collagen supplements, and they're just going directly into their drinks. They're ingesting large quantities of it.
Right.
And I don't think people appreciate or understand how much it naturally exists in other things, you know, and your body can only absorb as much as it wants to absorb. I don't know if I'm saying this the right way or not, but your body basically pees out all the excess. So if you're going to the bathroom 13 times an hour, you got way too much. Your body's just overloaded, and it's repelling the rest of it. It's rejecting the rest of it. You can naturally get your daily allowance, or whatever you want to call it, just by having a regiment that's moderated. Okay. If you're trying to ingest heavy loads of anything, you got to be working out. And this is something that I see at the salon happen every week. All the women talking about, oh, you just got to have like 2 scoops in the morning and 2 scoops in the afternoon and 4 scoops at night, and just get the big tub, go to the store and just get like the big tub of it. And it's like, man, but you're not doing anything to you. Like, you're putting all that energy into your body, but you're not using all that energy. It's like, where is it going? It's got to do something. Right. It's moderation. Moderation is key.
And just remember, the thing to remember is everything you take into your body comes out in your hair. That's back in the day when they used to cut a lock of hair to do a drug test. If you were interviewing for a job or something like that, everything that comes into your body comes out through your hair.
We used to joke about it all the time. It's like, oh, what did you have for lunch last week? Hold on, let me check.
Right. Right. So, bamboo is coming back strong with all these products that we've got coming out, and we're gonna get knee deep into that in a couple of minutes. But we have more news.
Okay.
More news. Hold on, my notes just went away. There we go. Because we've been doing it every week, we have to talk about ABS ABS, our booth number is 1506, and our classroom is
52.
number 52. And with that being said, we will be having classes on the hour in the classroom. And then every 30 minutes, there will be a presentation at a stage presentation at the booth to give you information about the products. You get to see some really amazing, talented people on the stage.
We're going to also be going over techniques, and we're going to be doing some product knowledge as well.
Right. And then we do have a bunch of great educators that are going to be in the classroom, and a certain goateed gentleman that'll be hiding in the classroom most of the day. We won't mention any names because that would be indiscreet, Eddie.
That's right.
So if you are going to ABS, come to the booth, check out our classroom. Actually, I tease Eddie, but
no, if
Eddie,
you want to see talent, go to the booth and check out John on stage. If you want to learn something, come up to the classroom, hang out with me.
Wow,
the best.
You know what? You ruined it. I was just going to give you a compliment, and now I'm not giving it to you. That's it. You have to wait till next week. You're done. So with that being said, segueing, since we just blew that just completely out of the window. And the last news thing that we got to touch on is we humans, starting around the age 25 as you get older, your natural collagen production does slow down. So things to remember for those that are approaching middle age and are old people like me. Your collagen level does decrease. So back to your point about supplementing, supplements will help you along the way 100%. So we have a next topic that I wanted to get into because it's one of our favorites, both you and I. It's the rare occasion that we see eye to eye on everything, but I got a story for you, and I'm sure you have a story with this. I have a wonderful client. She's great. I love it when she sits in my chair. The time with her goes very quickly, but her and I have been locking horns now for ever because she just can't lock her head around the fact that her split ends, first off, are not length, and her split ends are not body in her hair. She looked at me. And I love her. I love her. She's a fantastic client, and I'm grateful for every time that she walks through the door. Okay. My point is that her hair could look so much better if she would listen. But I want a haircut, but don't cut any of the length off, and don't trim all my split ends off. Huh?
Well, because one hair becomes two. That's more volume. That creates more fill days.
Eddie,
that's awesome.
And once again, and I'm really not ragging about her. I'm looking for maybe even in my 30 years, I have not been able to get through to her that we could make this so much better, so much prettier, cleaning up those dead ends and really, or I did recommend to her, I said, you want more length? I said, let's talk about putting a couple of beaded wefts in, if you really want length, and let's trim.
But those split ends, you could just curl them. I mean, that's fine. Put a little gel on it. I mean, really though, I mean, what are you making? All right, so what is the discussion? Like, what are you making such a big deal about the split ends? I don't see the problem in any of this.
How do you not see the problem in any of this? Please share with me. And wait.
That's what a flat iron is for. A flat iron will just press it all back together again.
Stop. We have to back up. So she uses she'll use the shampoo and conditioner that I recommend for her because it keeps her color. Okay.
Okay.
But any other products to help combat the split ends or maybe make her hair look better, she's not getting into it. She's not buying into it. No. Can I mention a product or will we get in trouble?
We're not saying a negative thing about it. Don't say anything negative about it.
Well, I don't think it's bad. I just think I could give her something better. So anyway, she gets her mousse. She's a mousse girl. Mousse.
Okay.
And she gets it at Target.
Okay.
And it's a mass-produced.
Okay, fair.
I should say mass-produced. It's an over-the-counter product. It's not a professional product. That has a whole bunch of alcohol in it, which I'm sure helps those split ends. And
yeah, it keeps them drunk.
We get no, seriously. And what really brings me to this is she was in on this past Saturday, and we're having a great time. And we get to the blow dry phase, right? So I grab my leave-in. I missed it into the hair. She's like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "It's leave-in conditioner." Oh my God. And she digs into her giant bag and she pulls out this mousse. It's got hair stuck to it and stuff like that. She's like, "Use this." And I looked at her, I go, I think if I touch that, I lose my license. I don't think I can do that. She's like, "Fine, I'll put it in." And
I love that you've given her a smoker voice. I don't even know where you came up with this one. Okay. Why have you not cut? Why haven't you cut? Like, you cut her hair? Who cuts her hair?
I cut her hair, but she watches me like a hawk.
And so she could watch you cut them off?
And then never come back again?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
I must have missed something. What didn't or did happen during the consultation about the haircut that she didn't agree to the haircut for? That I'm confused. I must have missed something somewhere.
Dust my ends is what she says.
So when she says dust my ends, don't you do like this and say you need this much dusted?
Yeah, and then she goes, "Take half of that."
What?
Mm-hmm.
What does it even mean?
So I bring up her hair, and I'm like, "You really need, for the sake of argument, we need to take at least an inch and a half off to really get your hair looking good." And she'll be like, "Take half an inch."
Okay, so say okay and cut off what you need to cut off. Like, what's the problem? I still don't understand what's the problem.
And then when I don't have any length anymore, I did that once, and she beat me to death.
But she looked better.
Doesn't matter to her.
It does, because in her mugshot, she'll look amazing then if she kills you. I mean, I don't know what I'm missing.
My hair was flat for 6 weeks.
Here's the problem. A lot of people, when especially when they're trying to grow their hair long, they're desperately hanging on to anything they can get, especially if somebody has been Look, it is painstaking process to try to grow your hair long. It really, really is. Because if the hair only grows a half an inch a month, and if you're beating the crap out of your hair and you've got 3/4 of an inch of damage, right? Then you're always at a 1/4 inch loss. And then your hair grows a half an inch a month again, you've only got a 1/4 inch gain. But if you broke half of that inch at the ends off, now you're at a full inch loss. So instead of growing your hair is just progressively getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And this is the problem. A lot of people will do what they need to do to maintain their color, but a lot of people will not do what they need to do to maintain the condition of the length of their hair, specifically the mid shaft to the ends. Everybody is so concerned about volume at the base and what is happening at the hair up here. A lot of people ignore the mid shaft to the ends. And especially when they're highlighting, or excuse me, when they're blow drying and styling their hair, a lot of people will focus around their hairline. A lot of people will focus at their scalp. And then when they get halfway through, they just pull the brush out or take the blow dry away. Even hairdressers, I have watched hairdressers blow dry hair, and they focus all on making the nice volume. They start blowing their hair out. They get halfway out. Then they drop the ends. They let go. They do not follow through and finish off the ends. I've seen that a lot happen in the salon, not just at home.
Right.
And it's unfortunate because those ends, split end or not, yeah, somebody's trying to hang on to anything they can, however long they got it on their body. So that's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a really, really tough one. It's hard to explain to somebody. And it seems like the longer somebody's hair is, the worse it is to make them understand that they need to cut a little bit off, because if you've been trying to grow your hair down to your waist or to your bra strap, or you're like to the mid of your back or the small of your back or whatever, and you finally got it to touch, it is such a sense of accomplishment.
Right.
That if you take, and I don't know why, but it's weird. Seems like people with longer hair, let me know in the comments. Is it just me, or do people with longer hair past their collarbone notice any discrepancy in the length way more than they do if the hair is like shorter or on their, like from their chin to their collarbone, shorter hair? Like, yeah, I want to, let me know in the comments on that one.
Yeah.
That's just my observation.
Yeah. That's, it was funny. And once again, we all have those clients that we have such a good time with. And in the back of my head, I said, you know what? I got to talk about this on the live, because
that's a good one.
And she's a hoot. She's a hoot. I could do anything I want hair color wise. She does not care. But the minute I bust out the shears, man, she puts her glasses on and she's watching me.
You know what's odd about that? One of these weeks, I want to talk about that too, because more people are willing to chop all their hair off and try a new style than they are open to changing their hair color.
Yeah.
I want to talk. We should talk about that one. But like, you got it the opposite.
Yeah.
She is just zeroed in on your haircut.
Oh yeah. And it's
how did it play out? Like, what? How did it end? Were you able to do anything?
Okay. This is really horrible, and her and I just have this whole thing down. So she put the mousse in her hair. Okay. I did the dusting for her. I looked down at the floor, and it really, as much as schmaltzy as it sounds, I actually felt almost bad for charging her for the haircut. Okay, because I really didn't take that much off. I mean, this much, right?
Hey, now we're gonna fight.
No. I said I almost. No.
I said I almost. I didn't cut. I didn't comb and section all the hair. I didn't take my shears out that I've honed skills in cutting and sharpening. I didn't go through the motions and cut all that length off. I only dusted the ends. We gonna fight now.
Thanks for cutting me off and not letting me finish my comment.
I'm mad at you.
Now I feel like I'm married to you. Hold on. Jerk. Anyway, so she puts the mousse, she gobs the mousse into her hair, and I blow dry the back of her hair for her. And then I hand her my blow dryer and my brush, because no one styles her bangs in the front of her hair the way she can. So she sits there. Okay. I mean, not the most professional thing in the world, but isn't it about making our client happy?
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with letting the stylist blow dry their own bangs.
Yeah. Because she does this whole I have to actually turn away sometimes watching her, because she wields that round brush like it's a weapon.
Why don't you direct her? Give her some pointers or some tips.
Oh yeah, okay. Next time she comes in, I want you to come in, and you can try and pull your Eddie stuff with her.
Your clients have a ball when I come to visit. I get them
frightened of
riled
me.
up.
That's
You
why.
actually kick me out of your room. You tell me to, it's like getting a little kid excited.
I told you I'm going to come work where you are, and I'm going to take the station right behind you so I can throw clips at you all day.
Come on, I got the room. Come on over. Should have been at the salon last night. It was chaos last night.
So next up on our hit parade here, my friend. Now that we solved nothing with that last segment, I want you to talk to me about, and you need to educate me because you just brought these into my world, are the Bamboo Miracle products. Because I've been having a ball with them, and I know that you are far more, you've dealt with them a little more than I have, but the Bamboo Miracle products by Care Therapy. Sorry, Care Therapy. Care Therapy Bamboo Miracle products. They have, wow. I mean, I can't say enough. I mean, the Care Therapy has Color Lock and Smooth, which I use a ton of, and then when you put this stuff in my hand not that long ago and said, "Play with this," oh my gosh.
You're talking about the Reconstructor? You're talking about the leave-in?
Yeah.
Which one?
No, hit me. The Reconstructor itself has changed a couple of my clients' lives using the Reconstructor. And actually I've been doing it as a treatment too, and it's been amazing. But get into the nuts and bolts with the Reconstructor.
The Reconstructor will actually help your last client that we were talking about too. So that's with the split ends and stuff. So it's not going to, I mean, ultimately it's got to get cut off. There's no way to fix split ends, but it'll definitely help a little bit. Mend the hair above the split ends so it'll be more resistant to getting damaged further. The Bamboo Reconstructor is an intensive reparative restorative treatment for the hair. It will take the most damaged frizz-fried hair that you can think of, and it'll bring it back to life. The medicinal properties of bamboo in the way that it's moisturizing, it revitalizes the hair. It truly, truly does. And the Reconstructor treatment itself, it is a vegan-based formula. So in addition to bamboo being the primary ingredient in it, the other ingredients as well are so beneficial for the hair. You have very little to almost no resistant, to negative attributes to the hair as well, right? So in that regards, usage of the Reconstructor, literally that's its name. It's going to rebuild that hair. It's going to reconstruct that hair back to life. What I personally like to do is, because it comes in a tube, so I'll grab it off the shelf. What I do in the salon is this: I sell it to them as a treatment, as a 4-week program. I take it off the shelf. I do it right back at the shampoo bowl. So I show them exactly what the water temperature should be. When they lean back in the bowl, I'll run the water and I'll say, give me your hand, touch the water. This is how it should be. This is the temperature, what it should be at home in the shower. And then some clients will say, I like hotter, I like colder, whatever. So I say to them, look, wash your hair first. Lean back into the shower and wash your hair first. Don't let the water touch your body if it's too cold, okay? Do that, then crank up the heat, turn yourself into a Red Lobster in the shower. I don't care what you do with your body. But for your hair, this is the water temperature. This is how it should be. And then I show them you should only be using this much amount, for depending on the length of the hair that they have. But I use the fingertip to kind of track what as a visual gauge, because people, I use a chocolate chip, I use a walnut, I use a golf ball, well, whatever they use, as a visual aid. Most everybody has fingers, so use your fingertip amounts, depending on the length of the hair that they have, and then that shows them, because it's density, length, and the texture of the hair too. And the hair is going to absorb as much as it's going to absorb. You leave that in for 5 minutes. I tell them if you can leave it on longer, it's even better. And especially once a week, If, a lot of women will be apt to doing it once a week. Take a bath for 20 minutes or longer, whatever, but at least 20 minutes, right? But on a regular basis during the week, come on, 5 minutes, everybody can take women for the most part could take a 5-minute shower or longer. Okay. There's a lot of things to do with self-care.
Right.
The rinse it out, and then you go about your life. When you get out the shower, you towel dry your hair. Bamboo Miracle also makes an all-in-one leave-in product as well too. Okay.
Right. That's
to further enhance that program by using the all-in-one leave-in. That's going to continue to give you the restorative properties and the nutrition that your hair needs. It's also going to give you the thermal protection from environmental factors in addition to styling tools, and like the blow dryer, the flat iron, the curling iron. Rollers are getting popular again, and especially heat rollers are getting popular again. And then they got the air wraps. Those are getting popular again as well. So depending on what kind of products you may use, some of those styling products may have a lot of hold to them, which means they might have a lot of alcohol, or they might have a lot of silicones, or they might have stuff in there that is going to make your hair feel crunchy or stronger or volume or whatever. And it could dry out your hair a little bit. So the all-in-one leave-in is going to help offset some of those styling aids.
Right.
And then once your hair starts getting into a better condition, you're not going to be on the reconstructor all the time. So I do it to them once a week. I do it to them at the salon, and then I tell them to do it to themselves at home once a week for 20 minutes. After 4 weeks, they come back in. I reevaluate their hair. It's in a better condition. Okay, you don't have to do the once a week treatment anymore. You either got to do it once every 2 weeks, or you do it, daily or every other day, however often you wash your hair, for 3 to 5 minutes at a time, right?
Yeah.
Eventually, their hair is going to get in a better enough condition where they don't need the reconstructor anymore. So now Bamboo Miracle also has a shampoo and a conditioner for regular use. Then you basically scale off the reconstructor, and then you move down to maintenance in the shampoo, the conditioner, and the all-in-one, leave-in.
Wait, so you mean you don't keep using the reconstructor because if you're using it, it's good, and if they use it more, it's gooder. But wait,
I love that.
But wait, more.
Okay, we do. I'm at a loss for words. I don't even know how to address this kindly, so I'm going to defer to you a little bit here, okay? Because it's gonna turn into a rant, and that's not what this is about. We specifically say once a week for a deep conditioning treatment. We specifically say once a week in the beginning because your hair is okay. Here, antibiotics. A doctor will prescribe you an antibiotic when you have a cold or a virus. They want you to take it for 10 days straight, a very strong dosage. And then they may give you a secondary dosage, but they're scaling the strength of it down.
Right.
And they want to wean you off of it. And then they want you to just take your daily supplements and vitamins to maintain overall health.
Right.
That's the nicest way I'm going to say this analogy for the hair, okay? We, as a stylist, we put you on these regimens for a reason.
Right.
We need to give you a heavy dosage up front. We need to overload your hair with stuff because it's desperately missing.
Yep.
Once we rebuild those levels of condition back up into your hair, you just need to maintain those levels.
Right.
You don't need to overdose those levels. So the gooder part of it is going to make you like, I don't know, you got to get to the emergency room to get your stomach pumped because you overdose yourself on the pills. You're going to end up with brittle hair. And if
Right.
you're crying about dusting the ends, now you're going to look like, the straw man from the Wizard of Oz.
Well,
You're going to need your whole head shaved.
have you ever dealt with proteinized hair?
It's weird, man. It's very, very weird. The texture, I mean, the feeling to touch, I don't know how to describe. It's such a weird feeling.
It's almost like feeling your beard hair.
But even it's even worse than that.
It's just brittle. It just feels brittle with too much protein, right? And then your clients that overhydrate their hair.
Yeah.
It feels spongy.
So the brittleness, it's almost like a pineapple, like the outside of the pineapple with the little spiky bits.
Yes, exactly.
It's weird,
exactly.
Man.
Yeah.
Hydrolyzed,
so that's why
hair is not good feeling.
But to kind of put everything that you just said into a nutshell, it's up to us, you, me, everybody who operates behind the chair.
Yeah, listen to this, Tracy. This is for you.
Tracy's here.
Tracy's making fun of your gooder.
Why can't I see this? Hold on.
Go to the comment section.
Oh, wait, hold on. Tracy, thanks for derailing the whole thing.
All right, as a stylist, it's up to us.
Anyway, as a stylist, it's up to us to educate our clients, is it not? And to put them on that regimen and explain to them that you need to use this XXXX, and then we're going to slowly back you off of this, and you're going to do this. Same thing like you said for the doctor. I agree 100% with you, but it falls to us. It's just like you said, the doctor's going to tell you to take this, and then after 10 days, you're going to take that, and to bring you back to normal. You don't know what normal is. I know that. But the bottom line of it is that we have to educate our clients, especially when we put something as awesome as like the reconstructor into their hands, not their hair. They put it in their hair too. But and that way we can move forward, and then you get them going. The leave-in, that leave-in is something else. When you first gave it to me, I came home with it and I did Erin's hair with it. She's been working really hard about really thickening up her hair. I put the leave-in into it. I blow dry her, and not heavy at all. There's no real weight to it, but the hair just felt really good afterwards. I love it. I love it, and I've been retailing the crap out of it. So it's a win-win.
That no weight feeling, that's that vegan formula.
Yeah.
You don't have the heavy chemicals in there that are going to weigh down the hair, that are going to sit on the hair.
Yeah. And there's no silicone in it or anything like that to leave the hair heavy, and also to coat the hair and collect dust and debris as you walk around. It's amazing. It's amazing. And the cuticle, it just laid the cuticle down perfectly. And I cocktailed it with her normal styling product, and it was just fantastic. It was it was really good. Now with the shampoo, tell me about the shampoos and conditioners. The shampoo and conditioner. I have not really goofed around with those yet, and I need to.
I'll tell you what. You know how curly Carmelina's hair is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good for all hair types. Let me just say that up front.
Right.
But especially for curly hair, man, do I recommend, because the Bamboo Miracle shampoo and the conditioner, it is so moisturizing, and that is one of the staples issues of curly hair, is that it is always lacking some kind of moisture. There's always some kind of a dryness factor to it. And if you really think about it all the way through, it makes sense. Curly hair by default is already, the texture of curly hair by default is already going to be a little bit more delicate than straight hair. It's going to hang on to products. There's more work involved with the diffusing, with the scrunching, with the air drying, with the mousses, with all the curly hair products out there, trying to get those curls to be springy and bouncy and to hold in place so it doesn't blow up. There's a lot of anti-humectants in there to help repel moisture from the hair, excessive moisture from the hair. So the Bamboo Miracle shampoo and conditioner, the moisturizing properties of bamboo is a godsend, especially for curly hair. Absolutely love it. So there is always a bottle of the shampoo and the conditioner in the in the shower.
Mhm.
And then she just bounces off. And then with the clients at the salon, I do the same exact thing. Anybody it's such an easy, it's an easy sell. It's an easy recommendation. I don't know what's the right word to use for it.
Right.
But it's such an easy placement because it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
If you have curly hair, it's an absolute no-brainer. If you have dry, damaged hair, it's an absolute no-brainer. If you're a bleach blonde, whether you're a double process or a heavy highlight,
yep,
it's a no-brainer. Okay.
Okay.
It really is going to help recover and maintain that condition that a lot of people are looking for, especially in the mid shaft to the ends, because and if you're trying to grow your hair long, man, do you need all the help you can get.
Well, as we discovered just a few minutes ago with my client.
That's my closing argument.
So, ride the bamboo wave, guys. We're sold. We're sold on it big time. So, it's a segue. We got to do a little segue here, but I got an email with a question for both of us, and I think you're going to be better suited to answer this question. Hold on. I want to do this correct, and this is your surprise. Eddie and John, I've attended a couple of your classes. I've been in the industry for 3 or 4 years. I'm building my clientele. How do you guys know so much about all the... Wait, hold on. Let me read this. I'm doing really bad with this. How do you guys know so much about all the products that you talk about? Is it because you guys have been in the industry so long? And how do I get that information? And it's signed Keith from Florida.
How do we get all this information? Well, you just keep it real. You just got to stay grounded and you got to read. You got to be a sponge. You got to absorb. Don't let your ego get in the way of life, and just learn something every day. Make that your personal goal. I don't know how to answer this question. Yeah, make that your personal goal. Learn something every single day. And if you start off with learning one thing a day, then once you get used to doing that, set yourself a higher goal, achieve more, get hungry, learn 2 things a day. And once you get to that point where you're learning 2 things consistently every single day, push yourself harder, learn 3 things. You get to the point where it becomes obsessive, where that's all you're doing all day long is just trying to learn something. I used to spend 15 minutes meditating a day. That meditation turned into reading. That reading has now grown into I was like, oh, I'm going to read 15 minutes a day. Well, then I started getting excited about what I was reading. And then I'm like, I'm just going to finish the article. And then an article turned into a book. No, I'm just going to finish the chapter. Well, 1 chapter turned into 2 chapters, turned into 3 hours later. It's 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, I got to go to bed. I got to try to lay down. So,
right.
But that hunger for knowledge, to want to learn, it becomes obsessive. Mm-hmm. And then you got to try to balance that out and scale that out, to see like what makes sense. It only matters if you care. And it only matters how you view yourself in the industry that you're in. So for us, I got to be the answer guy. Like it really, makes me feel weird. There's a couple of people that call me, and you do it to me jokingly sometimes. You'd be like, "Hey, Mr. Guru, I have a question." I'm like, "I'm not a guru, man. I try really hard to stay on top of things."
But you're the guru / influencer now.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Me either. I don't need
You
titles.
know, that's not what I'm trying to do or be. I'm not trying to show off that I got brains or I got knowledge or I got something like that. I'm just trying to be a guide to be able to point somebody into the right direction to
Right.
find the exact answer that they're looking for. And there is nothing wrong with knowledge and wisdom. And knowledge and wisdom are two different things.
Right.
Knowledge is a gained encyclopedia of words, of techniques, of know-hows and stuff like that. Wisdom is being smart enough to know when and where and how to apply it properly.
Right.
And to be able to regurgitate it in a digestible way to provide that information to somebody else to help guide them towards the answers that they're seeking. That's true education, in my opinion. Being able to sit there and just recite a whole bunch of gobbledygook and word salad of technical jargon just makes you look like a freaking
we're on YouTube.
It makes you look like a jerk. It just makes you look like a stuck-up pompous jerk. Can I say that?
Yeah, sure. I think so.
You know, like what is the point of showing off that you know a lot of vocabulary words? Then nobody understands the words that are coming out your mouth.
100%.
You're not helping nobody.
No. See, Keith, for me, I love what I do, and all the facets of what I do, because I never know enough. There's always someone that I can learn something from. I learn from Eddie every day. I learn from the stylists that are around me, from you young people, all the way up to people that have been doing this when I was conceived. And I can always learn something from someone. And don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask questions. How did you achieve that? Now, do you walk up to someone while they're in the middle of a service with a client? No, but you make a mental note, and when you catch them in the back room later, go, "Hey, I saw you doing this client, and you were doing this. Why'd you do that?" I was very fortunate. I worked next to someone for 18 years, and she was doing hair back when I was still, drinking out of a bottle. And she is actually the one that taught me how to do a double process correctly. Mm-hmm. And the way she did things was very old school, but old school is not bad. And I learned a lot from her. And I've learned a lot from a lot of people around me, because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to call you up and go, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this on this client. What do you think?" And you'll either say yes, or you'll tell me I'm an idiot, or, or good luck sweeping all the hair up off the floor. It doesn't matter. So really, just to put this whole subject to bed, the best part about our industry, and especially for a young guy like Keith, who's really trying to keep it real, is you can never learn enough in what we do, because things change so rapidly in our industry that you're always learning, and keep learning. And you know what? Use your phone for good, not evil. If you're sitting there and you're in between clients, dig on a product that do a deep dive on a product that you're interested in, or a product that you heard about. It doesn't even have to be a product you carry. You're going to learn about a product, and you can move forward with that. I think that's the best part. So I hope we answered that question for you, Keith, and good luck in Florida, buddy.
Look, man, take big swings. Take big swings and strike out. Fail.
Yeah.
Make mistakes, and then then you're stuck with having to fix them. That's where a lot of my knowledge comes from, is attempting to do things, goofing it up, and then fixing it afterwards.
Yeah. So we're moving on to our last segment here, Eddie, and it's about self-care, which this segues beautifully into that, because all of us, we're in a physical job, we're in a mental job, right?
Mm.
And what do you do to take care of yourself besides, there comes that point where you put the shears down, you put your blow dryer down, and you walk out the salon door, right? You've got to take a step away from what you do. And what do you do to take care of yourself? A little self-care.
I really am not good at taking care of myself. Look at me. Look at what I've turned into. You've known me for 20-something years.
So you
Who
crawl
are
you crawl into your coffin with the soil from Transylvania.
What do I do? I don't know. You know what though? Nothing is sacred to me, man. I poke at everything. I joke at everything. I laugh. I goof off. I goof off a lot.
Yeah.
I goof off a lot, and I don't hold. I got a lot of things rolling around in my mind, but I am extremely vocal about whatever mood I am in. And that brutal honesty comes with a detriment to it as well, too. The people around me suffer. When I'm high, the people around me are as happy as can be. When I'm low, the people around me unfortunately suffer from it, but everybody knows I do not hold things in. And then, like some people, they just explode like a volcano.
Right.
Because they have to release all that stress in them.
Right.
I handle my stress extremely vocally. I cuss a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I do. And then I try to do consistent regimens.
Mm-hmm.
I make sure every morning I wake up, I make my bed, I do my push-ups. I make sure at night I go for a run on the treadmill and I try to, I do my reading.
Right.
Like I try to consistently do the things that I know that will just turn off my brain for a couple of minutes. Like I stopped watching TV years ago, but it wasn't until I got married. It's been, how long have I been married now? So I've been with Carmelina for a while. So about 5 years ago, I stopped listening to the news altogether. I completely checked out of politics and the news. If you remember, I told you I'm going to do it. I'm going to do an experiment for a week. That week has now turned into years.
Right.
And look at how much more, like the time I would have spent going over politics and the news, I sit next to Carmelina and I goof off with her. And you're my temperature gauge. You've said to me I'm a lot more calm than how wound up I used to be.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's how to answer it correctly or not, but I'll turn that to what is the right answer? Or I don't know even if there is a right answer.
There isn't a right answer because we're all so different and we all download so differently. My thing is my hour and a half in the morning where I go beat myself up with weights. I put my headphones on and and then at night when I come home, especially from the salon, from the shop, usually I'm pretty amped up. I'm pretty, jacked. And then I spend time, with Erin. Erin brings me back down to earth. She reminds me that I'm still a moron. And then I'm home and I'm not at the shop, so I need to calm the heck down.
Okay.
And really it's finding that self-care thing that we all need because we are on stage all day with our clients behind the chair. And especially when you reach that level where, you don't stop from the minute you get in to the minute you leave. You're lucky if you have time to run to the bathroom or and grab a Coca-Cola or something. It's really important to really take care of yourself. So with that being said, I have our quote for the day today for you. And are you ready?
I love these quotes.
Okay.
These quotes are cool. I like these.
Yeah.
I want to keep doing these.
This is I have to give the person I like to give the person okay. And this one is from the Dalai Lama. And it says, when you discover something that nourishes your soul and brings you joy. Care enough about yourself to make room for it in your life.
That's
You
a
want me to
deep
read that?
one.
You want me to read that to you again?
So to explain it.
Okay. When you discover something that nourishes your soul and brings you joy, so something that makes you happy and really kind of fills you up, and it doesn't matter what it is. Like you said, you reading, working out, playing video games for the sake of argument, spending time with family. Care enough about yourself to make room for that in your life. So basically, it's making time for you to experience joy on the regular.
So I should dedicate more time in my day for milkshakes and cookies.
Right. Sure.
So I can't hang out with you anymore. I gotta go to the store.
Damn. Darn. No.
I like that quote.
So like you said, no, because and you brought it up even before I said the quote is you come home, you goof off with Carmelina. That brings you happiness, that brings you joy. You made time for that in your life. Where before Carmelina, you would come home, I know what you would exactly do. You'd make a cup of tea, have a couple of crackers, and then you'd call me and be like, hey, what video game are we playing? Am I wrong?
And if you weren't available, I'd keep working all through the night and I'd just be burned out by the morning. Yeah. And then you're on all the time.
Texting me at 2:30 a.m.
With an idea.
So that's the quote for today. We hit everything. Well, I thought we weren't going to make it. I thought we had a lot of stuff that we weren't going to get to, and we got to everything this week. I'm not allowed to use my old closing line because it was from another content creator. So here's the new one. Are you ready?
No.
I live for that head shake, just so you know. Ready? Take care. Do good hair.
How do you guys like this new closing line from John? Leave us a comment. Let us know.
Or if you have a better one, leave that too.
No, yeah, please. Actually, that's what I'm going to ask. Please leave us a comment for a closing tagline for Johnny Boy over here because he needs help. He needs a lot of help with the closing tagline.
So, guys, if you like what we're doing, please subscribe, hit like, follow us. Do not hit the like button twice like Eddie tells you because that makes you unlike us. And we will be back next week. We got a great one for you next week. Thanks a lot, guys, and we'll see you next Friday.
Thanks for watching.